Hello and good day, everyone. Thank you for joining us today as we share our findings on workplace culture in France and the Philippines. Today, I have the pleasure of presenting alongside a team of highly skilled professionals who have helped me bring this report to life. Allow me to introduce them to you, starting with Sarmiento Marian Charmel, Silvestre Hari, Tejada Liza Nina Marie, Tizon Ron Bettina, Oybunco John Dominic, Villanueva Ashley Nicole, and Villanueva Fritz Andre.
Good day, I am Marian Shermel Sarmiento, and I will provide information about Friends work culture in general together with Miss Ashley before proceeding to the specific culture we chose to focus on our presentation. The work environment in France can be characterized as formal and professional, with a focus on efficiency, punctuality, and deference to authority. The organizational structure of French organizations is typically hierarchical, with distinct lines of authority and clearly defined positions and responsibilities. Employees in France are required to present themselves professionally and follow a tight code of behavior. They must also possess a high level of experience and understanding in their field. The French place a high priority on family time and a healthy work life balance. Employees are entitled to a minimum of 5 weeks of paid vacation each year, and the median workday is 35 hours. The French work culture places a strong emphasis on socializing outside of the workplace, with many companies hosting. Please continue, Miss Ashley.
Thank you, Ms. Sarmiento. So, France has a diverse and dynamic work culture influenced by its history and traditions. French work culture values professionalism, punctuality, and attention to detail. The standard work week is typically 35 hours, with a mandatory minimum of 5 weeks of paid vacation per year. The French also value a good work life balance, with many businesses closing for lunch breaks and allowing employees to leave work at a reasonable hour. Meetings are generally formal and structured, and it is important to dress professionally and follow proper business etiquette. Overall, the French work culture emphasizes hard work, efficiency, and dedication to quality. And now here is Miss Tison to proceed to our specific culture, which is no work on Sundays.
Next slide, please. So thank you for the wonderful information, Ms. Sarmiento and Ms. Ashley. Now let's proceed to our topic. Working on Sundays is strictly forbidden in France, except in industry where there's the need to fulfill the public's demand, such as restaurants, food manufacturing, and entertainment. The French labor legislation discourages weekend work unless it gets paid for and granted. They prohibits employees from using email to have time to relax. Workers can disregard phone calls, texts, to, and emails from their workplace without being punished by their superiors. Indeed, it is a workplace that everyone dreams of. Furthermore, this approach produces a major effect on people's productivity and job. And now may I call Mr. Andre and John to discuss differences between workplace culture in the Philippines and in France.
Thank you, Miss Bettina Pizon. Next is the comparison of both cultures, to be presented by yours truly and Mr. Fitz Villanueva. Cultural values and traditions shape societal norms, highlighting the contrast between Philippine and French cultures. For comparison, both Philippines and France have their own reasons for implementing the No Work Sunday work culture, both having reasons such as government law, lifestyle, and also beliefs. With that said, the law of No Work Sunday that is implemented in the Philippines has the purpose to ensure that employees have time to rest and relaxation with their families. Furthermore, it is also believed that Filipinos do not work on Sunday to embrace tradition by the Catholic Church, that is to attend Sunday services. And much like the Philippines, French culture also gives importance to the no-work Sundays. It is a normal practice that Sundays have always been considered a rest day and relaxation in France, where people spend their time with their families and engage in leisure activities. And also, France is known to have a long history in Catholicism. And for the Catholics, Sunday is the day of the Lord, and therefore you shall not work and give time for your beliefs. To give more emphasis in this comparison, here is Mr. Villanueva to give a more detailed explanation.
Thank you, Mr. Oibungo. For next comparison, business in France encourage their people to cut off work during weekends. However, in the Philippines, they give a lot of work even on weekends. In France, the culture encourage people to cut off during weekends. This is a practice that has been ingrained in their society for many years. The French believe that weekends are meant for relaxation and spending time with the family and friends. They value their personal time and prioritize it over work. However, in the Philippines, they give a lot of work even on weekends. This is driven by factors such as high demand for labor, the competitive nature of the job market, and the need to support family members. In conclusion, no work on Sunday may be both implemented in France and the Philippines. But unlike France, workers in the Philippines are given plenty of work to do regardless of whether they are taking a break. This results in a conflict with prioritizing something else than work. Here's Miss Birina to give some example.
Next slide, please. Despite the differences between them, I'd like to emphasize the significant similarities between the two countries. First one, similar to France, no working on Sundays is practiced here in the Philippines. Number two, Sunday is a day designated for family and personal care in France and in the Philippines. So I may now call Miss Liza to discuss our insights doing this activity.
Thank you, Ms. Tison. I'm Liza Nina Marie Tejada, and I will be discussing our insights. And I will be discussing our cultures, Philippines and France. The work cultures in the Philippines and France may be both associated with the same agendas, but when it comes to its context and what is the societal norms in their country, it will be resulted with entirely different meaning. The two countries The two countries greatly highlights the contrast between the cultures on each countries and how they exercise and normalize it in their society. Cultural differences are useful to distinguish the uniqueness of each country based on how they apply in their daily lives, how they embrace what society deems traditional perspectives, and how they act on them.
Once again, I'm Harry Silvestre, together with Marian Charmel, Liza Nina Marie, Ron Bettina, Dominique, Ashley Nicole, and Fritz Andre. Thank you for all your attention and for allowing us to share our findings with you. I hope that this report has provided valuable insights and that you found it informative. Stay safe and have a good day ahead. Thank you.
Di kayo nag-post